Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm John Glover, president of the North Dakota State University Foundation. Under normal circumstances, this would be the time of year that we take the NDSU show on the road with programs in Florida and Arizona and all points in between. But as the pandemic rolls on, we, like all of you, are adapting to new environments. While we all wish that we could be together in person, we're coming to you here from the McGovern Alumni Center on this beautiful February day, and we're happy you have chosen to take time to be with us. As the pandemic has influenced our lives, there's been some really great work happening by our faculty and students at NDSU. Throughout the program, we'll pull back the curtain on some of the work our faculty, staff, and students have been doing to help track, understand, and solve the COVID-19 challenge. We'll hear from several members of NDSU's Department of Public Health to learn more about the program and the role students play as state contact tracers. Dr. Pamela Jo Johnson and Dr. Paul Carson from the College of Health Professions will also join us to talk about their roles in working with the state to advance the education about the virus. And we'll visit with Brenda Vincent, a PhD student in the statistics program in the College of Science and Mathematics, who's working on several research projects for the North Dakota Department of Health. We'll also get a campus update from NDSU President Dean Bresciani and hear from In Our Hands campaign co-chair Mary Ann Swantek and provide an update on this historic fundraising effort to support NDSU. Well, it turns out that President Bresciani is here now, so thanks for joining me, sir.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone.
It's good to have you here, and I think it's obvious we need to start with a COVID update. And what are things like on campus these days?
Well, it's been very exciting. NDSU really has led our local area community and our statewide community in dealing with the COVID update. Aside from the things you're going to hear about as far as our faculty, staff, and students being the frontline responders to the COVID pandemic, I can't say enough for the students, the faculty, and the staff, and their level of cooperation and aggressive responsiveness to the demands. We are leading the state with a less than 1% positivity rate. We have 3 active student cases, 0 active faculty or staff cases. That's pretty extraordinary when you think of the NDSU community of basically being 25 to 30,000 people. To have 3 cases is really extraordinary. We're also looking forward to the vaccine coming to campus in the near future. Our faculty and staff have had an elevated level of priority for the vaccine, and what I anticipate is that we're going to see a return to normal probably at NDSU and in our area sooner than anyone else in the state.
Yeah, it's fantastic to hear. So certainly NDSU is about education and the learning environment, and we had to adapt given the pandemic. Can you talk a little bit about the technology that NDSU installed last fall to really carry us through this year?
Yeah, it's an exciting question, John, and really extraordinary technology. We've all heard about online, but this is not online. What we did was install technology in every non-laboratory classroom on the campus. Every single non-laboratory classroom on the campus, including rooms in the union and including places in the library, that allowed students to participate in their class synchronously, in other words, live, even if they weren't in the class. And similarly, for the faculty to teach the class if they weren't in the classroom. Now, you may say, why wouldn't they be in the classroom? Well, obviously, in quarantining and isolating people, or in the case of faculty and staff, the more common concern are predetermined health risks. That allows classes to continue on a normal basis. Faculty can ask students questions, students can ask faculty questions, live and in person, regardless of the location they're in. That allowed us to keep more people in the classroom, but more classes going, more students moving toward graduation than any other college and university in the state of North Dakota. Everyone since has caught up to us somewhat, but there's nobody who did it as quickly and in every classroom on the campus as we did, and we think that's a big part of why we have not seen the drop-off of students that a lot of other colleges and universities, not just in North Dakota, but across the nation have experienced.
Well, I think that certainly speaks to the spirit of the NDSU community and pivoting and responding to an uncertain time, and certainly breaks the mold of the way we typically do things. And I think that's a credit to you and your leadership team, and most importantly, the faculty and students for adapting. You alluded earlier, the vaccine is coming into the communities and will soon be here for NDSU as well. You know what, Bison football just had a nice win to open the season on Sunday. We know that there's hope and optimism, I think, on the horizon. Can you just reflect a little bit on the future for NDSU?
Well, it's exciting because everyone wants to get back to that normal, and I think while our students, faculty, and staff are being more cooperative than any place else I've seen in terms of maintaining good health practices, they're doing the things that will get us back to normal. We're putting chairs back into classrooms so that more students can be in the classroom. Each of the past 2 weekends, we've had 12 or more athletic events going on, either on campus or off campus. Those are allowing 50% occupancy in all those venues, with the exception of soccer, which is in the Dakota Field bubble, and there's no room for fans. But people are pouring in. People are hungry to get back to normal. They're hungry to be back in the classroom. And it's pretty exciting to see, again, while people aren't throwing out caution, they're using appropriate measures to get back as close to normal as possible. We are promoting with our incoming students next fall that we will be back to a full normal as any conditions would allow. But by then, we certainly anticipate, unless things went in an unanticipated manner, that we will be back to a true normal. And everybody's excited about that.
Yeah, that's
little steps matter.
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear. I know for prospective students and their families, that's important as they think about the next step, and it's important to the future of NDSU as well. So really appreciate the updates. We'll come back to you in a little bit. You know, these past few months have been a testament to NDSU's commitment to student success and doing it all it can to nurture that Bison learning experience. We also know that philanthropy plays a vital role in supporting our students, which is why we publicly launched In Our Hands, the campaign for North Dakota State University nearly 18 months ago. Despite the challenging pandemic environment, response from alumni and friends has been incredible. And I'm happy to share that we are less than $10 million from reaching our $400 million goal. Dr. Bresciani, what do you have to say about that?
It's really unbelievable. Under these conditions, to have accomplished this a year in advance of the campaign's end is extraordinary. For us to have accomplished the largest campaign in North Dakota history in itself is an accomplishment. We have had everything stacked against us. And the people out there joining us today are exactly why we've broken the curve that should have taken place. Congratulations, John. Congratulations to all the supporters of North Dakota State University. Your passion and your support of what we do is going to reposition us for a long time to come.
Throughout the campaign, we've had tremendous support from In Our Hands campaign co-chairs and ambassadors, volunteers, who have helped spread the word about what this means for our students and faculty.